Hey guys, this is a little different. As you saw by the intro, I am okay. I'm not specifically starting a podcast. That would be too much. That would be a lot. But I am kind of starting this. I guess I could say soft launching it because it's not gonna be every week. Might not even be every month. But I have a lot of thoughts, and I thought that instead of doing sit down videos, I would do podcast style videos where I just yap on end. I don't know how long this is gonna be. I'm not even really gonna edit these because, again, they're like podcast style videos unless I have to go do something. Um, so that's the explanation. I feel like I kind of made up this idea. Like I said, I'm not turning into those podcast people that think they can just start a podcast. That's not my thing. I just feel like sometimes I just really want to talk about a few. Whoa. Sometimes I feel like I just really want to talk about a few things, and this is my like the best way I can do it, where I record myself and I talk to no end. I did make a structure for this, and one of them is recording uh recording this, sorry, on the photo booth on my MacBook and holding a microphone. I did this because I thought it would be more fun. It adds a little like character to the like you can differentiate this from the sit down videos that I do, and especially because they're gonna be longer. Like I said, they're not gonna be as heavily edited, or if anything. And because we're gonna be doing drink of the episode, we're gonna be doing current read, and we're gonna be doing current obsessed song before I start any of these to add a little bit more to these videos. So for my current read, I have two current reads actually. I am reading Good Spirits by B.K. Borison, as well as this one's I'm really excited to share with you guys. I'm also reading I keep opening the wrong book. Perfect. I'm also reading Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reed. I have become obsessed with the Heated Rivalry universe. I feel like there's too much time between episodes, so that's why I decided to pick up the books and just torture myself further. So those are my current reads. For my drink of the episode, I have both water and I have some caffeine because it is Tuesday. I am very tired and I just wanted some caffeine to like not go to sleep at 7:30 at night. That's basically it. And then for my current song I'm obsessed with, I might have a few, but I'm gonna give you one that I have literally been replaying like for a long time now. And let's just say too, this artist, yes, I have been listening to Wish I Didn't Know Now by Ella Langley on repeat. I don't know if this is a new song. I don't really know much about this song at all. But because it's not popular, I found it randomly on Spotify. It's not like TikTok popular. That's what I mean. And I've been obsessed with it. I've been having an Ella Langley year overall. With we all know what's the song she did with Riley Green? Oh, You Look Like You Love Me, and then Choosing Texas, and then other songs that have become popular of hers. I'm having an Ella Langley year, and that is the song I've been currently obsessed with. And then now, since we went over the three things that are most important of the episode, of course, we're going to be talking about, as you saw by the title of today's episode, we're going to be talking about book slumps, and we're going to be talking about reading goals. Because it is the end of the year, and these two things I feel like are very prevalent in a lot of people's day to day, especially the reading challenges, because I've been seeing a lot of discourse on TikTok and I just need to put in my 2 cents. I always need to put in my 2 cents. And the first thing is that as someone who used to read a lot I still do read a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I still do, in fact, read a lot. I read a lot compared to other readers. I have read so far. I passed my reading goal. I had a reading goal of 50 books, but I have currently read this year, and this counts books for university. I just want to do say that. Um, but I mean, I read them, so they count. Uh, 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 uh. I've read 60 books. I've read 60 books this year, and as someone who still reads a lot, but I just want to say, like, I have read more in the past years. Like, last year, I read 95 books. In 2023, I read 101. And I think 2022, yeah, 101, a 3. So 2023, 101, 2022, 103. So obviously, I've progressively been reading less throughout the years. The 2022, I did have an account since 2021, but things got complicated, and I can only count 2022. I just want to say, like, I started reading seriously when I was in high school. And high school was a lot easier than college. We all know this, especially compared to the different schooling systems I went to. This one is much harder. It requires a lot of more of my attention. And I do have a lot of I have a bigger social life now. So I don't read as much. And but I still do read a lot of books. 60 books is a lot of books. And I do want to, like, there's so many things I could talk about reading goals. One of them is that everybody's complaining now that, like, everybody's doing their yearly wrap ups, and a lot of people have read a lot of books, a lot more. Some people have read 100, 200, 300, I don't know. And everybody that says it is impossible to read this many books, it is impossible that you've processed any of that information, I just want to say it's none of your business. If someone tells me they've read 100 books or 150 and they have or haven't, I don't care. I'm going to believe them. If you can tell me what a book is about and you're trying to convince me to read it, I don't care how many you've read as long as I'm convinced. And to that, I also say some people have said if you have read this many books, it means you have no life, you have no responsibilities. Some people choose their, like, just because some people don't do the same hobbies as you doesn't mean, like, they don't have life. That's what I'm trying to get at. And it just really frustrates me because, like, some people read really fast. Some people had the best year of their life and they got in no book slumps. Some people just rather be reading than hang out with people. I don't know. You don't know what people's situations are. So just saying that no matter, like, how many people read books how many books people read this year, it's not your business. And I'm going to go to the other end of this. People who judge people for not reading that many books in a year or in a month, because usually people critique on the monthly wrap ups, you also suck because some people are busy. Last month, I think, or 2 months ago, I read one book. And what about it? I used to be able to read like 5 books a month? Absolutely. But I have been in a slump. And also, even if I wasn't, I'm a busy person. I have school, I have friends, I have responsibilities, I have a lot of things. Maybe not that many, but still. So that probably means prioritizing other aspects of my life. I have also gained other hobbies. I picked up TV again, I picked up movies again. So that means reading less books. And if you're gonna judge someone for how much they read, you also kind of suck. Or for how little they read, I guess, in this context. Speaking of reading goals, I am very anxious for next year because I kind of want to read more than I read this year. Yeah. Speaking, like, don't let other people pressure you, but it's okay if you pressure yourself. Apparently, according to my brain, I want to read more than I read this year, and not in terms of the number of books. It's more in terms of I want to read more. I want to read more stories. I don't care how long the books are. I just want to read more stories. I feel like I have not read that many stories. if that makes any sense, or stories that are memorable. Because I went back and looked at my 5 stars of this year, pretty short. So I kind of want more 5 stars next year. I think that's basically my goal. More 5 stars, more books I'm utterly obsessed with, because I feel like I can't do recommendation videos because I don't have that many books I'm really obsessed with anymore. And that's kind of sad. But that's one of my goals for next year. I will be talking about the goals in the actual stick down video you guys are going to see next week. But I just feel like I want to read more next year. And by that, I mean read more memorable books, more books that I can, go down a rabbit hole on TikTok with edits and stuff. Wink, wink, Ilya and Jane. And that concludes the topic of reading goals, because now we're going to go into book slumps. This is much less of a rant. It's more of like me explaining. I'm just kind of worried because definitely in December, which is weird because it's the most busy month of the year when it comes to school stuff. Ever since August, I've read a total of 6 books, which again is probably a lot for a lot of people, but for me, it's not that much. Sorry. It's not that much. And that kind of worries me because I love reading and I just feel like when I have the time, I just don't do it. And when I don't do it, I want to do it, but I don't know. So I'm trying to decide if this is a reading slump in the way that like I'm not motivated at all, and that kind of means the end of this hobby, which I don't think that it's the case, or if it's the kind of slump where I just can't get to a book. Meaning that, so I feel like there's different kinds of slumps. Obviously, there's a slump where you're too busy to read. And I think that is kind of part of it. I feel like the times where I've had time off, I don't really read because sometimes that takes brain power, especially with Redeeming Sixth. It's not like it's a fluffy read, right? I just don't have the time to or energy to put into books. I'd just rather be playing Just to Impress, if you get my drift. So I think that's part of it. And the other kind of slump, it's where you want to read, but nothing's appealing to you. Nothing is like calling your name. Like you will pick up a book, read maybe 2 chapters, and it's just not hitting. And obviously, you sometimes need to give more than two, like more chances than 2 chapters. But you know what I mean. Like it just not doesn't hit the way some beginning of the books hit. And then there's the one where I think it's been happening to me where I know I want to read, I know I want to pick up a book, but I pick up this motherfucker instead. I pick up my iPad instead, which, yes, I think kind of correlates to the being busy one. But I just feel like I know I have time to read. I know I've been wanting to finish whatever book, and I don't do it. And it kind of has me worried because it's been going on for half a year now. I did read a lot in June and July. I went on a reading journey those months. Thank God for that because I think that's when I reached my reading goal. I'm not sure. Yeah, just about. Now that if I do the math, I'm kind of worried. It's been a long time, but I feel myself with heated rivalry and good spirits kind of get back into that groove, kind of implement it back into my life. And I do think that I need to relax more when it comes to my academics. Although I like how implicated I am and how it's paying off for like once in my life. This year. But I do think I need to find more time for myself. And I'm not just saying like hanging out with friends. I mean like time for myself. Time for myself and my hobbies. Which one of them is, obviously, as we're talking about, is reading. And reading the books I like. I feel like I need to find reasons to keep reading. I need to find reading vlogs or that kind of thing. But yeah, reading slumps worry me. They always worry me. I feel like they worry everybody. And I do think that I think I made a video like a year ago talking about how to get out of a reading slump. I should probably go and rewatch that because I feel like almost nothing is working. I just feel like I'm lazy. I think at this point I'm being lazy, and I'll admit it. I'm being lazy. But yeah, I feel like I'm yapping a lot, which is the whole point of this. I feel like I like this. I can share my thoughts with you guys. These episodes won't be too long, maybe 20 minutes. It's already been 15, so, But yeah, those are my worries when it comes to the book world. Right now, it's the critique on reading goals and reading slumps. We if you guys are in a reading slump, you will get through it. So will I, hopefully. And to finish this off, I'm gonna go back to Shahidi Rivalry because I've been obsessed. I just want to say, I love me Shane. I love me Ilya. I hope. I know there's a second book, so I know this first season, because season 2 did get confirmed, will end terribly. But I love them so much. That's my new obsession. Maybe next time you see one of these kind of videos, I will have a completely new obsession outside of books. Obviously, I do want to say most of these episodes will be book related, as today's. Um, but sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll just be ranting about life, if that's okay. Obviously, like I said, I'm not intending to start a podcast. The only reason I gave it a name and like a logo and whatever, the intro you guys saw, hope you guys liked it, by the way. It's because I like that kind of thing, and I feel like if I do give it a name, I do give it like a kind of vibe, kind of thing you guys can come back to. It's something I will try and implement more. Maybe not, like I said, not every week or not every month, but it's something I'll try and implement, and I will just be sharing my thoughts on different topics. Pop culture. Well, I'm not that into pop culture, but I have my own things. I have Taylor Swift, and that's about it. But yeah, that's today's first episode. It's only gonna be on this channel. It's gonna be on the same channel I use all the time. Um, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.